In the heart of the DMV, where stories unfold and communities unite, lies a region filled with untold tales and hidden truths. Welcome to DMV Crime Watch, your guide through the labyrinth of mysteries that shape our neighborhoods. Join us as we delve deep into the shadows, exploring the forgotten stories of missing persons, unidentified victims, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Today, we uncover the details of missing person cases that remain unsolved from the 1990s. A quick reminder that the content featured in this video is used under fair use for educational and commentary purposes. But before we dive into the mystery, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on all our latest investigations. In the midst of one family's investment spanning multiple units within a condominium, the harmony would be shattered when one of the unit's owners mysteriously disappears. Herndon, Virginia, March 2nd, 1997. Janeth Ann Rowe would be working for a consulting company at the time. Her and a few members of her family would move into a condominium located in the 12,000 block of Alton Square, and they would all live on the same hall from each other. It would be everything between the family was going great until it wasn't. And that would be when Janeth was reported missing by her daughter, whom she also shared her condominium with. That evening prior, Janeth's daughter did not see her mother, and she waited until the next morning to go ahead and contact the police, letting them know that something may have happened to her mother. Authorities would head out to the condominium that Janeth shared with her daughter, and when they arrived to the unit, they would find that it was undisturbed, with zero signs of a struggle. All of Janeth's belongings were still there, and her car was still parked in the parking garage of the unit. Janeth's family is now left torn, with some suspecting foul play and others wondering if she just left on her own accord. But the question still remains unanswered on where Janeth could be today. We need your help with raising awareness. Janeth Ann Rowe is a white female, 5'4", 170 pounds, with brown hair and hazel eyes. She also has a leg ailment that makes it difficult for her to walk. At the time she was reported missing, she would be around 50 years old. At the taping of this episode, she would be around 77 years old. If you have any information or any tips about the disappearance of Janeth Ann Rowe, please contact the Herndon Police Department at 703-435-6843. In the heart of Maryland, amidst the bustling city lights and vibrant nightlife, lies a mystery that has endured for decades. It's the story of a night like any other, where laughter and conversation filled the air of a local bar. But for one man, that evening would mark the beginning of a haunting disappearance, leaving behind unanswered questions and a family clinging to hope. Cordova, Maryland, April 20th, 1993. Robert John Bornos also went by the nickname Link. He worked as a general laborer, and he would have some free time and decided to spend it with some friends, and they would head out to the bar. That bar would be called Chop Tank Inn. It's currently closed, but it was located off of US Route 50 in Easton, Maryland. A great night with friends would leave everyone feeling queasy once Robert was feeling sick. Robert decided he would step outside and he walked towards a friend's truck. Later into that early morning hours, the friends would go outside to look for Robert, but he wasn't there. Later, his truck would be found parked in a nearby butcher shop parking lot. The family would go ahead and contact police, but it would take 5 days for the missing persons report to be officially filed. This isn't unusual in many adult missing person cases, as authorities do give time for the opportunity of adults to return home if they do decide to go off on their own accord. And Robert was known to go off for periods at a time, but he would tell one of his family members about where he'd be going. And this time, it was different. In 1999, authorities would receive a lead that would send them off to Virginia Beach, Virginia. Detectives would go ahead and talk to shop owners and find out that they did see someone that resembled Robert, but the leads would end in a dead end. Detectives have received tips across state lines from multiple authorities and different agencies, and some leads that even said that they saw Robert in Canada. But there's someone that has never given up hope, and that's Robert's family. They have continued to search for answers, also making missing person posters, consistently reaching out to the public for help. And you can learn more about their efforts on WMDT's Trail to the Truth. A link to the video will be in the bottom of the description box. Detectives continue to investigate, and with all the tips they get, they are always looked into. And investigators still are left with the question today: where is the missing link? Detectives do also refer to this case as the missing link case. Robert's family has lived with the question daily, pleaded with the community, and reached out to the media for answers. But they still live with the question: where is their loved one Robert, also known as Link? Robert is a white male, 5'8", 165 pounds, with brown, straight, shoulder-length hair and brown eyes. At the time of his disappearance, he was 25 years old, and at the taping of this episode, he would be around 56. If you have any tips about the disappearance of Link, also known as Robert, please contact Maryland State Police Barack 1 at 410-819-4747. Behind every missing person case lies a web of unanswered questions and untold stories. Despite the scarcity of details, one thing remains clear: we need the collective strength of our community to shed light on the truth. Washington, D.C., January 27, 1991. Eileen Robinson, 27 at the time of her disappearance. She would be last seen in the 500 block of Columbia Road Northwest in Washington, D.C. There are very few details available about Eileen's disappearance, about anything regarding her case. And that's why it's so important that we get more details from the community. As someone knows Eileen, her family still wonders what's going on, and today we really need your help with getting answers. Eileen is an African American female, 5'2", 120 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. She also has a scar above her left eye and a scar from a prior hernia operation, which would be above her navel. At the time of her disappearance, again, she was 27 years old, and around the taping of this episode, she would be around 60 years old. If you have any tips about the disappearance of Eileen, please contact the Metropolitan Police Department at 202-727-9099. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the DMV Crime Watch. Remember, every piece of information matters in solving these cases. If you have any details or tips regarding these cases discussed today, please reach out to the local authorities or the phone numbers that were listed in the videos. Your contribution could be the key to bringing closure to these investigations and helping someone's family within the DMV community. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode or an update on crime news in the DMV. Together, let's continue to raise awareness and support our community in the fight against crime. Stay aware, stay informed, and stay safe. Until next time, Take care.